This way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yeah. What is this? Is this safe? Is it penalty for misuse of car? Holy Jesus! For jumping off the cargo lift. I might have to do that. Well, you know what we gotta do now.
Look,
You
Stanley,
know.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Hey! Well then.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
Ever again, boys.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
No, I don't know that.
Stop by the employee lounge years
Can I?
ago.
I need a key card. I need a key card. What else is around here? Nothing? Alright, let's see what this takes me.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Yep, we definitely have.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing
Over
but
there?
you all this time.
Well, it is my game.
You've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Excuse me? Who's her?
Stanley, your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Nah. This is... This looks really sketchy. I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna have to... So many goddamn cigarette butts. Okay, Oh.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
I don't want to. I don't. What happened? What the heck?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
I don't want to.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Press O on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
No. Push other buttons.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home.
Looking pretty good.
Now he's coming back to work. One might
Get me
even
out of
feel
here.
sorry for him.
This is really
except that he's chosen this
scary.
But in his mind, In his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Okay. That's what you think. Why to watch TV? Have a TV?
And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
What?
First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Spend time with the boys?
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible
What's wrong with my
paths
floor?
and destinations.
Ew.
Down
Clean
one
that shit
path
up.
lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Each to tell your kids' story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Oh, wrong O.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Go to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
You know what we gotta do? We gotta press
You
it.
see? Can he just not hear me?
Wait,
How can I tell him
what?
in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
To question
I
nothing.
suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose.
Nah.
I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please.
Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button.
I'd rather not die.
And I
Ah! Okay, so that happened.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
Broom
Maybe he might find an answer
closet.
there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Boom closet. Perfect.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I enjoy it. I think it's the greatest thing.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way.
I'm
As it
staying here
is,
forever,
he's
bro.
literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Well, you see, This is the greatest room that has ever been
You
created.
do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right?
Yeah.
If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
I don't know about you, but I see great
Maybe
potential
to you this is somehow
in this
hidden
broom
over a
closet.
branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my."
Do I have an accent?
I hope your friends find this concerning.
No, you find me concerning. I find you concerning. Oh, broke the game.
He really stupid.
Oh.
He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. Dad all with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
What? I'm addicted to drugs and hookers now.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
I'm dead,
Got to
of
this
course.
broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello?
Yep.
Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead.
There is no computer in
He or
here.
she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
What? What did he say? I wasn't really paying attention to all that. But is he done? Is he done saying things? Nope. I'm staying in here. Nope. Alright, fine.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board.
Second
Guarantee
player.
You can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Oh, but I can. Going back in.
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
But I like the broom closet. The boom 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 ba doom boom ba broom closet. Alright, I guess he's done.